But let's kick things off, Mason.
Go on.
This is via Variety. Amazon is moving ahead with multiple live-action Spider Universe characters from the SPUMM. And they're going to start things with Silk Spider Society, developed by the Walking Dead showrunner Angela Kang, and it's also going to be produced by Amy Pascal, of course, who's over at... Is she at Sony still? She's got the Spider-Man stuff, whatever she's doing, plus Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
Okay, well, that's a good sign.
That's good news because they were heavily involved in the Spider-Verse movies. Now, this is what's happening is Cindy Moon is described as a Korean-American woman bitten by the... Do you know this?
Yes.
Bitten by the same spider.
That bit Peter Parker, yeah.
But she was imprisoned for decades, it would seem. Well, not decades. How old is Spider-Man?
25 to 30, maybe. Tough to say.
Let's say 7 years at the least.
She was imprisoned for spring break, the
Yes.
entire length of spring break.
That's crazy. So, and as she escapes imprisonment, she searches for her missing family to become the superhero known as Silk. I have not read a single Cindy Moon anything. I mean, this start here is as good as any, I guess.
That's true.
I think there's going to be a bunch of these. I mean, it's interesting because Sony is one of the few movie studios or whatever brands that doesn't have its own streaming service.
That's true for now.
Yet. It's sort of... It almost got ahead of it with the PlayStation stuff, didn't it?
That's right, PlayStation Network, video, etc. Yeah.
Powers and such, etc.
Ooh, a fidget spinner. Don't mind if I do.
I've got the wheel though.
I'm going to take a fresh, different one.
A fresh and different one.
It looks like two earrings that you've accidentally stuck together here.
That's what has happened. Yes.
Right. Well, I'm going to spend the rest of the podcast attempting to tear them apart.
I hope you do.
Thanks. Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. What were we saying? I can't remember.
Silk. Cindy Moon.
Yeah. So remember because they did Powers, whatever, and that was not great, was
Terrible.
it?
It was awful.
Yeah.
Awful stuff.
And they probably did some other things also. But it's interesting, like if they've got, everybody's got a PlayStation at the moment, it seems. You wouldn't just throw on like a streaming service or whatever? Or just all the stuff that they own? What am I saying? Don't do that because then they'll have to buy another one.
Would they
I mean, Amazon have infinite money, so they would sort of look good at the very least. Unlike Powers, which from your description looks terrible.
Oh, awful. Maybe the story was good. The story.
Stories. Yeah. If I wanted to read a story, Mason, I'd read a book, not look at a terrible show.
Right, but you wouldn't read a book.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry.
What are you doing?
Sorry, that was ludicrous of me.
What was your question, though, other than the book thing?
Do you think that like at this point, I kind of feel like maybe you're right that people would go, another streaming service. I don't want to, I can't, I don't want to, I can't afford another one, etc.
But I have Prime because of the boys and whatever.
Because I have Prime because of the boys. Or maybe they're like, look, a lot of our productions seem like straight to streaming in the first place, so we don't want to. Or maybe just like...
You talking about Venom? Are you talking about Morbius?
I'm talking about Venom 2 and Morbius and
Venom 1.
Venom 1. And everything else they make. But that you don't want to really hammer home the point. You don't want their first review of Silk Spider Society to be like, yeah, this absolutely does belong on a streaming service.
Good decision.
Yeah, this is the perfect movie to watch while also on your phone.
I think it's a show. Yeah.
Yeah. Is this a show? This movie was weird that it ended, and I thought, how many more episodes of this are there? Oh, it's a movie. I
was at 47 minutes long. I don't get it. So there you go. Yeah. Anyway, let's move it along, Mason. This is from THR. So you know about this. There's going to be a Fede Alvarez Alien movie, apparently. This is separate than the Noah. Who's the Noah guy who
Baumbach?
No, he did The Ark. No, he did the...
I see.
He did Legion.
Oh, yeah, Noah Hawley.
Yes, that's right. He's working on an Alien show, but this is a different movie directed by Fede Alvarez, who did Don't Breathe and the Evil Dead reboot from like 2013, which is maybe not a reboot or whatever. Fantastic movie. Really good. Yeah. That one I've seen. So he's going to write and direct it. But Carly Spanny, she's from Mayor of Easttown and Pacific Rim Uprising. She's going to appear in the series, and there's speculation, and who knows whether she's going to be Newt, and that's where they're going to move forward from here.
Okay,
which would be cool if that was the case.
How do you think that's going to go? Do you think she'll be a clone of Newt?
No, they'll just be like 3 and 4 don't count.
Okay, right. Yes,
that's what I think is going to happen. If this is that, and it doesn't have to be.
Yeah. Well, they might base it on that original Alien 3 script where she's still alive for a time or whatever that is, and
it was going to be really expensive because there was just all sorts of cityscapes involved
Yes.
and
Yeah, maybe.
whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. There is that comic, I tried to read it and I'm like, this is very dense and I'm not that interested in this. I would have preferred like give me a summary. What
about some sort of 97 minutes like live action, big budget cinematic experience? Would you have liked that more than a comic book?
Is it on streaming?
Yes.
Then yes, I would love that.
Okay, terrific. Yes, very good.
So presumably this will either go to, because it's 20th Century Fox or 20th Century Studios, which is owned by Disney, this will go to like Hulu and Disney Star or whatever.
Yeah, right.
But there you go. I think this was also off the back of like the new Predator movie, Prey. So they were like, oh, people like this stuff if we make good ones.
Yeah.
And that's true.
That is true.
I watch a good one of anything, Mason.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, if Sony had a streaming service, it'd be called SPUMM. Don't you agree?
No, yeah, it would, but then people would do weird things to it.
Streaming SPUMM.
Yeah.
SPUMM streaming? SPUMM streaming, I think.
I think people would accidentally order it. Then they'd be disappointed there wasn't like a particular shaped hole in it. And I don't know. I just
you're right.
I don't think that would be a good name. They would do it, but I don't think it would be a good name.
Okay, right.
You know?
Okay.
Just my opinion.
Symbiote glory hole.
That's way better.
Yeah, that's what I thought. If Sony did do a streaming service, they would absolutely make the mistake of like having a physical hardware box that you had to get sent to your house.
Probably would, yeah.
And it just plays Sony stuff, and you have to unplug it. You have to plug it in every time you want to use it, and unplug all your other stuff.
If you've got a Sony TV,
you have to unplug your PlayStation to put the SPUMM box, plug the SPUMM box in. And people are like, can't I just plug it into the PlayStation? No, you can't. No.
What are you thinking?
No.
Does the PlayStation have this app? No. That's games and well, also streaming, but
yeah,
but no, they still have in Australia.
We promised we'd never do another streaming service after PlayStation TV network or
whatever it was, yeah.
So we're not allowed legally.
They still
the FCC has denied this.
They send out Foxtel boxes soon. Still, so Foxtel in Australia, for those who don't know, it's cable. It was like
cable.
It was the only cable it's Murdoch owned for decades.
Besides Ozstar and Optus Vision,
I guess they did, but they were also more recent. And
yeah.
Murdoch had all the sport and whatever.
Yeah.
And you can get the app, but they still send, like if you're an old person, they'll give you the box with a specific remote if you ask for it, you know? But
I think is lovely.
It's like $90 a month
insane,
as well.
right?
And it's got a bunch of ads on it. And you have to like pay for extra stuff on top of it.
It's wild that it's still it's pay TV that it was sold in Australia as pay TV. You don't have to have no ads.
Yeah.
No ads because pay TV because you're paying for it. And then it's like, nah, we'll do ads though, I reckon.
I reckon that's a great idea.
What are you going to do? Cancel? Oh, you all cancelled.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah, because also we had 4 channels growing up.
That's true.
In Australia. It was really good. Yeah. We're basically like what New Zealand is now. Disgusting.
Yuck.
Steven Spielberg. Now, as mentioned, he's working the Fabelmans round a room at the moment, introducing it to a party of friends and fans.
Yeah, right.
Which is the story of his childhood and his love letter to his parents and all of that. And apparently it's very good. But forget that. Forget everything you know about that movie, Mason.
Good. They lied to me. They said Fabelmans like he was some sort of superhero. And I don't like it.
I don't like it either. But anyway, he's going to be directing a new Frank Bullitt movie.
That's right.
Starring one Bradless Cooper. Bradlick?
Yes, Bradlon Cooper.
Bradlon Cooper. Now, this is not going to be a remake of the movie Bullitt,
no, it's
starring
a continuation of Bullitt.
Mr. Bullitt, Frank Bullitt himself.
That's right.
Is that his name, Frank Bullitt?
Yes, Frank Bullitt.
Yeah, which was a Steve McQueen movie from the late 60s? 68. Which you've seen at the cinemas, right? And you said it was amazing.
I did, yeah. I saw it at the Astor. And,
yeah.
It was one of those movies where people were like, oh my God, you got to check this out. The car chase is incredible. It's a car chase as unto a legend. And I watched it for the first time on like a little box TV on a DVD, and I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah.
But then I watched
But
it
it was also like the first car chase of that.
Right.
Like with the real cars and not just somebody in front of a projector.
And it was just and I saw it on the huge screen with the Astor with a bunch of fans, and I'm like, this is amazing, and it is so dangerous. This whole thing looks so dangerous. But it's very good, I think.
Yeah, cool. So I looked up because I was like, surely there's been another one of these.
No, never.
At some point. Like, you know how Jason Statham was Carter from Get Carter at one point?
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. And
like, the guy from Payback is...
Mel Gibson and also Parker, yeah.
Parker was someone else who's
Mel
done
Gibson,
Parker.
And
Maybe Jason Statham again?
Jason Statham has also been Parker, yeah.
Yeah. So I thought...
Stallone was Get Carter.
Yes, that's what I mean. Yeah, sorry. Stallone was Carter and Kane was the original Get Carter. He got Goss. They had to get a new Carter.
That's right, yes.
Get the new Carter in here. Carter got. But So I thought they'd done a bunch of these, maybe.
No.
But no, this is the only other version.
And the author, I don't believe, ever made another novel.
I looked into that. Yeah, I don't think he did. Of this character or
this
just
character,
in general. Yeah. So that's kind of fun. I like the idea.
How do you feel? Because we speculated, well, we didn't we speculated, but we also did some wishful thinking, and we said Adam Driver, I think.
Oh, for Bullitt.
For Bullitt, yeah.
Yeah, mate. Have we talked about this?
Yeah.
That Steven Spielberg was going to do it. Wow. Yeah, well, I like our speculation, sure.
Yeah.
I know the obvious choice is like Ryan Gosling, which I think, like, he looks also more like
Steve McQueen,
I guess, but I think Bradley Cooper is a good choice.
Well, I'm going to be mad about it until it's out, and then I'll be like, this is pretty good.
It's pretty good, actually.
Steven Spielberg's a pretty good director, I think.
Yeah. Bradley Cooper's got the pointiest face in Hollywood, doesn't he?
Does he?
Just all of it. Chin, nose.
It is
all
very
of it.
pointy, yeah.
Hair like an arrow. It's like an arrow, Mason.
He's like an arrow.
Which is perfect to play Mr. Bullitt, spelled Bullitt.
In Bullitt, the love interest was Jacqueline Bisset, who was only 1 inch shorter than Steve McQueen. And so it was panic stations, because that was the era where you couldn't be like, oh, they're roughly the same size.
He was only like 5'9", wasn't he, or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So she spends most of the movie like lying down in bed. So they got around it.
That's the one thing I loved about Tenet, the fact that Elizabeth Debicki is like a foot taller.
Than John David Washington, yeah.
Which is really good.
Well, then they should get Elizabeth Debicki.
I agree. Just giant Elizabeth Debicki to pick up Bradley Cooper and place him in a baby seat in the car. I don't know how tall Bradley Cooper is.
Well, I mean, let's look at what it says on Google and guess how tall he actually is.
Okay, I'll look up Elizabeth Debicki.
She's 6'3", right?
Yeah, apparently. Which is probably
do you think
accurate.
Do you think it's in? Yeah, I don't think it's in reverse for women. Like they wouldn't be like 6'3", she's actually 6'5".
Yeah, it says she's 190 centimeters.
Bradley Cooper is 1.85 meters. I don't want to look that up. God,
that's 6'1", I think. I think it's 6'1".
Okay,
I'm pretty sure it's 6'1".
It is 6'1". Yeah, There you go.
There you go. Now
he's actually 6'1".
No, I think he's probably 5'10".
Okay, right.
Or maybe he's 5'11".
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
You're not going to give him those last 2 inches?
No.
Okay, great.
He's not 6'1". If it says he's 6'1", he's not 6'1".
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to Google Bradley Cooper standing next to Elizabeth Debicki, and then we'll know.
Bradley, because there are sites that are obsessed with like celebrities' heights, nearly as much as we are, maybe, and they've got like pictures of them next to different people with different shoes on, so they kind of
right.
So I'm going to look up real height.
Okay.
So he's 185.
That's okay.
No, they still reckon he's 6'1.5".
Okay.
What's Bradley Cooper's weight?
See, here's the thing,
Great
though. Also,
question.
if you're lying about like Bradley Cooper's height, you'd have to lie about like the heights of all the women that he dates.
Yeah, okay.
Because otherwise, people would use that as like a literal yardstick and go, well, she says she's 5'9", and if she's not lying, then he's whatever. This guy's only 5'10". Let's get him.
I stumbled across an old Reddit thread from 2 years ago where it said, did Bradley Cooper lie about his height? Because on the internet it says Tom Hanks is 183 centimeters tall and Bradley Cooper is 185 centimeters tall. But in this photo, Tom Hanks looks taller. But if you look at this, Tom Hanks is closer to the camera. So it's like,
true, yes.
That's a ridiculous
He's way
thing to
closer.
say. What are you talking about?
Tom Hanks is also twice as wide as Bradley Cooper.
Hey, my car, which is right near me, is bigger than that bus that's over there. What's going on? Hey, I'm a dumb guy.
Okay, but what are people on the internet saying, James?
I can't read it, Mason. I'm a dumb guy. I don't know.
One of the classic all-time jokes.
I agree,
as far as
Mason.
I'm concerned.